So I can't say he's offering me like great confidence in him. I think there was a game that I saw. I think the Nottingham Forest game. I did see good play for long enough that I was encouraged.
Yeah.
So that was positive for me. To be honest, the Premier League season is done for me. So I can't lie and say that, oh, I'm going into Premier League games thinking I'm going to see anything. But that Nottingham Forest game, I was like, okay, I can see passages. My whole focus is on Europe. So Premier League, if we come in every week, okay, but I don't want to be chopping for one every week. But I'm just like, tick along. Don't do dumb stuff. Don't lose 5, 6. Just put in effort.
Yeah.
But our focus now is Europa League. But I'm not going to lie, he hasn't filled me with mad confidence. Or I'm not going to come and say, this was a success, sacking Ten Hag. You haven't come and shown me that this was definitely the right decision. But let's see where the end of the season goes. And I think that's where I am now.
Yeah.
I can't even,
But you have from like an outside perspective.
No, every time I look at him on the sideline and listen to his interviews, I just see a trier, innit? That's the one word that comes to mind. I feel like...
Just trying.
No, he's just trying, innit? Like, his ability... The ceiling for his ability might be here. And he's here already. So it might never be there.
Yeah.
So he might never be a better coach than what he is now. But I just personally think man can't judge him until he starts bringing in his own personnel and so on and so forth. But as a United fan watching it, it's like, for me, when we was in the mud and we got Arteta in and whatnot, mine wasn't so much. Yes, you're already losing games, innit? So we're losing games. But I needed to see coaching from him. So if we lost 3-1, but we lost 3-1, and I knew why we lost 3-1, and I saw what we was trying to do, then I was okay with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not happy, but I'm okay because the next game, even if we lose 2-1 or we win 2-0, you know you can win a game. You don't know how you win a game.
Yeah, 100%.
And for me, especially when we're trying to get back to the Holy Grail, I need to see how we're going to go there and be sustainable. So how long is it going to take us to get there? When we get there, we're going to stay there. So man, I need to see coaches. So for me, from the outside, I don't see enough of that from him when I watch the United side. But I feel like he's a trier and he wants to do well and whatnot, but I don't see enough from the United team to fill me with confidence.
But what worries me as well is that someone like Dorgu, so obviously I highlighted him in the last game. I can't remember who we played, and I wasn't really impressed with him. But I sort of watch him, and I'm like, he's got the energy. So that type of fullback you want, that's got the energy, but he doesn't have the intent. So he's got the energy of somebody that you would want, but not the intent. Because you get those buying fullbacks. You get certain fullbacks that they've got the energy, but they've also got the intent to attack.
To do something.
This is gonna, and I don't see that. It seems like I don't know where, because I can't say I watched him previously before he came to United, but I don't see that just out and out. I'm here to attack. I'm here to constantly provide balls. I just don't see that from him. He's a bit timid. Yeah. So if we're gonna keep buying players that don't exactly fit what we need, it's a bit confusing.
That's where it could be the main problem.
That will confuse me.
That's going to be the main problem.
Yeah. Now with the manager, we just got to be patient. For me personally, I can't speak for other fans. Got to be patient with it. In terms of like, do I see a bit of coaching? I see some coaching in him. I see how he wants to play us. We get into spaces. The personnel might not be working for him at the moment, so I got to give him the benefit of the doubt with that. But I think one thing we've always asked for in 10 Hag's 10 years, that I want to see what your plan is. And I can see what his plan is. So for me personally, I just got to be patient. I don't know how long they'll give him. It's up to them how long they give him, but I just got to be patient and see it through. Because there's a lot of things that I can't blame him for. I can't blame him for the amount of times players are making mistakes on the pitch. That I can't account that to the manager. And it's not as if he hasn't given anyone a try. He's given everyone a try. So even if you play bad, you're making a mistake, I swap you with someone else, they're coming on to make a mistake as well. So I can't attribute that to the manager. So the amount of mistakes they made, it's like Garnacho, for example, because there's no one else to play. Ahmad has been injured, so he's getting games in, games out, pretty much his performance hasn't been great, but who else has he got on the bench? He's got so much injuries. Garnacho's pretty much playing pretty much.
And you're not blessed with players that carry a goal for it.
Exactly.
So as bad as he is, he still carries something.
Then we had a striker situation. What much can you really do with all these? some of them. And I don't like, as I said, I still stand. I don't think these players are bad players, but they can't handle the pressure playing for Man United and it's a different. Premier League's a different ball game as well. Like an example would probably be what's our midfielder's name? Casemiro. Casemiro plays so well, in the Europa League because he gets so much space.
Yeah, he gets
to
time
pick
and
up,
space.
to pick up his passes. He wins the ball back. Time to pick up his. He doesn't get that.
Yeah,
That's why he can't do that.
Yeah,
in the
you're not
Premier
afforded
League.
that time.
He can't afford that time because that time he has in the Europa League, don't get that. He loses the ball and he can't get back. And the Premier League is so fast paced that you're not getting back in time to rectify your error.
Done. Yeah, it's done.
And that's the margin we're looking at. So it's not like that Leon game, for example. I thought we played really well, but if because of the keeper and made stupid mistakes, so they are different levels. And these players are not rubbish.
I think a lot of it's mental because during the week I was thinking to myself that actually we need to start investigating these guys mentally and can they hack it? Can they hack the pressure? Can they hack instructions? And are they thirsty for? Are they really hungry to do well? Not these like high maintenance players, but players that are really hungry to just succeed.
And I think he obviously said that the last point I want to make with the manager, he said he wanted to come in the summer. He would have preferred to wait until summer. I honestly think it was better that he came now, because like as a club, like any manager going to a club, you want to like you have a level, you have a standard, right? And whatever culture you want to enforce in the changing room, like it takes time to get that in place, and it takes time for you to identify players that can't hack it, that can't be here, that can't follow they're not going to follow your instructions. So as much as you want to come in the summer, some of these players can pull a wool over your eyes over the summer and play well because you're a new manager and play well throughout the whole pre-season. And then the season now starts and then start wasting your time. But you can now see these players for who they are. Like, they've come in and tried to impress you the first few weeks, and some of them are already shrugging off the philosophy that you want to put in place. And that's where probably Ten Hag went wrong. After a few weeks, this guy's couldn't handle it. So he's in his mind is, let's go back to normal 4-3-3. But he's saying, no, I am not going to go back to a 4-3-3. And I agree with it, because we're in this mess because we're playing 4-3-3. And we're trying to play counter-attack football. We can't dominate the game. We tried to play in the formation that suited these players. People are forgetting that. And we still lost 14 games last season. And this is the players that we're trying to like play a formation. And I think the biggest mistake is not when a lot of like the players that brought in the summer, they haven't been great. Don't get me wrong, they haven't been great. But it's the ones that we had before
they're still bad.
that are worse. The ones that we had before have gone backwards. So it's just it's a lot for him, man. And I hope he's able to bring his own players in the summer that fix it.